Well, this news hit me like a ton of bricks. Looks like Yu-Gi-Oh! Is getting its first proper alternative format, made by Konami themselves. It's called Genesys, and gay-looking logo aside, the rules are very interesting. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, so let me give y'all some context. Yes, I am indeed a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player, and some of the new rules in this format really do hurt me personally, as a Pendulum and Link enjoyer. That aside, I want to read the rules for this format real quick. Rule 1. No Link monsters or Pendulum monsters. All other cards allowed. The original field layout is used, with no extra monster zones nor pendulum zones. 2. The standard forbidden and limited cards list is not used. All those cards can be used except Link monsters and pendulum monsters. Usual limit of 3 copies. Max of any card still applies. 3. Deck construction uses a point system. Some cards are assigned a point value. Most cards cost 0 points. The total point cost of cards in your main deck, extra deck, and side deck combined cannot exceed the point cap for that event. 4. The standard point cap is 100, but events can be run with any point cap or even a 0 point cap. Official tournament stores can set their own caps for their tournaments. Now you see why I feel targeted personally. That aside, I see this as a way to tone down the power level of the game. If I'm being honest, Link monsters are arguably the most powerful extra deck summoning mechanic. Meanwhile, pendulums are gone because the Master Rule retcon is still in effect, and pendulums would basically be unplayable. Also, since Links are out, there's no need for the extra monster zone. So you're basically playing Yu-Gi-Oh! As it was back in like 2012, but you also have a bunch of the new cards as well. And some of those cards are really powerful. I can also see why they decided to go with this route for deck building instead of the usual forbidden and limited list. Admittedly, it is fun to play with these older banned cards, but not every card that has a point value of 100 is necessarily a banned card. It could also be something like a Floodgate or some other really powerful card that's still legal. However, if you do put in a card with a 100 point value, you're going to be missing out on a whole lot of other staples that you could be putting into your deck. So if you want to play a card like Anti-Spell Fragrance, well, bye-bye to your possibility of running hand traps. Honestly, I think this whole point system on further inspection is a really creative way to impose a deck building restriction. Also, Pot of Greed is finally legal. At the time of recording this, I don't think this format is live right now. I think they're just announcing it so people can get prepared for when it officially does come out. And of course, to address the obvious, no doubt there's going to be some really savvy players who just can come up with a crazy FTK. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but if Konami sees that this is a common occurrence, they could actually do something a little different and have more frequent balance updates, akin to Hearthstone. While I do think this format looks fun, it ain't no Rush Duel, if I'm being honest with you. I get that there's a lot of cards to bring over from the Japanese side of Rush Duels over here, but come on Konami, you're already airing Go Rush, and 7's already finished its run. But hey, I don't mind being reminded of a simpler time. There's definitely some people out there who would consider the late Xyz era to be the game's peak. Not gonna lie, playing a format similar to 2012's Yu-Gi-Oh! But with modern archetypes that I really like sounds like a lot of fun. Again, I really do like my Pendulum monsters and my Link monsters, but I also really do like Synchro monsters, I gotta be honest with you guys too. Now just comes the challenge of finding an archetype that I'd want to play for this format. That's always the struggle I have when it comes to playing any card game or getting into a new format. Hopefully it doesn't bore me like Gym Leader Challenge in Pokemon. That or matches take forever like in Magic's Commander format. Before I end this, I just want to say I have another video in the works. This kind of takes precedent for me if I'm being honest. Talking about anime and tourists can wait. Seeing history being made in my favorite card game is much more important to me. But don't you worry your pretty little heads, my zesters. It will be made. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later.